For more information on today's program, contact Erica Taylor Montgomery at threegirlsmedia.com. Now, back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Good morning. Welcome back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW, the Wall Street Business Network, where we help you punch through the competition and deliver a total knockout with your PR, your marketing, your social media, and so much more. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and we're talking about how companies can use video to promote themselves. Our guest is Marilyn Ritter, who's the CEO and co-founder of the award-winning videography agency Creation Ground Media. So, Marilyn, let's talk a little bit about video and why it is such a compelling marketing tool today.
Well, I'm excited. I'm so passionate about this, and I did want to. Before break, we were discussing, how many viewers, how the viewing audience is going up and up and up. And I'm just going to back up here and say that just reported 188 million U.S. consumers watched an estimated 38 billion web videos in August, and that's up.
Wow.
It's just going up. So,
and that's just for the month of August.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It is really amazing. But the thing about it is video for businesses, it's a tool. Its purpose is to communicate. It tells a story. And really what we're looking for in a video from a business standpoint is to cause a change in the viewer. But the ultimate power of video is memorable engagement, and how it happens is because it engages your senses. We've got imagery, we've got color, we've got motion, we've got shape, we have text coming through, and all of us everyone really living now has embedded in their brain all of these cues, such as what we call temporal sequencing. So, we're seeing, when you see somebody get out of a car and the next thing they're in their house, we're not seeing all of those things in between, but we all know what that means. And we all have a lot of things that we infer from seeing the edge of a house, that there is a whole house there and that sort of thing. So there's so much impact in video. Everything that we see and hear all processes through and creates a total immersion in that. And what we're looking for in video is engagement, and that sort of virtual leaning forward, tell me more out of the story, so that we're looking at, there's a call and response in video. And when I say that, it's kind of like the old time, do you agree with me? And then there's the crowd responds, yes, I do. And, or yes, tell me more. I want to know more. And all of these things, all of these elements blend together and create something in your mind, but it's more of an emotional impact, but we're seeing it. And sometimes when we make a decision based on a video, we've already made that decision, and then we go back and we do all the due diligence. We look more, but you've got that idea. Yeah, I need that. That's going to help me. That's going to make my business run better. And then you do all the investigation and how much it's going to cost and all that sort of thing.
Sure. Well, the old saying goes is that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and so a video has got to be worth I don't know how many.
Well, a million, something like that. And actually, I don't have those statistics handy, but those statistics do exist. There's been a lot of research on that, and it is astounding how much the impact of video makes a difference. And in fact, visually adding something to blogs and to social media and all of that, a picture is great. It really ups the engagement on things, and a video is even more effective. So, I would recommend to anyone who's blogging or working with some sort of outgoing invitation to engage, that they include some visual element in that, so to get the person engaged and to look into to view the video. Or just read the blog.
Absolutely. So, I'm curious because you have a professional videography company and you do this for a living. Do you think it's necessary for companies to hire a professional company like Creation Ground Media to create videos? Or is it possible for companies to sort of do a DIY thing and create their own?
Well, we're in favor of DIY, or I always see DIY, but do it yourself. But there are a lot of things that you need to do. You really do need to walk the walk on that, and you need to go through the same kinds of planning that needs to happen with any kind of video, and that is you need to make sure that it has business goals, and you've got those tied, and you need to have a plan for all of that. But in terms of the actual shooting the video, you do need to plan it. Just a spontaneous thing. It could work, but likely, just like any other thing, your best results are when you plan it out and you give some thought to the audience. You certainly have to be aware of the audience, what they're looking for, how are they going to respond, and the sequence of all of those things. So the other two elements are make sure you got decent lighting, and there's some really, you can go on the internet and look at lighting for videos. There's all kinds of do-it-yourself information about that, and make sure you've got good sound. People need to be able to hear what you're saying.
Of course.
Yeah,
otherwise it would entirely defeat the purpose, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it is surprising how many times that a person could get disappointing results if you're not paying attention and doing the checklist. Yes, we've got this. Yes, we're there. And certainly that's really, really important. I think it all depends a lot too on who you are and what your message is, the kind of polish that you want to put onto a video. If you're making something that's going to be a part for the space industry, you probably want to have a pretty polished video.
Right.
Because they're looking for that. But if you're a social media company and it's a happening thing, sometimes getting that, a lot of the time, getting the word out in a very, very quick way to respond to current events and that sort of thing is really, really the key to it.
So let's talk length when it comes to video. People's attention span seems to be relatively short, I think, when it comes to watching video online. What do you think is the ideal length for let's say, an informational video about a business?
Well, I would say probably between 90 seconds and 2 minutes. And the key, Erica, is that the content is riveting and that you're engaging the full power of the medium with that. And I'm just going to give an example of something that we do is that if you turn off the sound and you just look at it, do you get the whole message? And do the opposite, just hear the sound. If you're hearing everything and it still makes sense, then you're not really using the full power of the medium. It needs to be a blend that keeps people's eyes and ears on that video all the way through, and that there's not even a beat where someone thinks, they start to check their email or look at the clock, whatever, see what else is going on, because once that happens, you have lost them. So there are some thoughts now on longer videos that if you have compelling content that people will watch it, but in general, attention spans are short. Everybody's time-starved and got so much going on that, about 90 seconds to 2 minutes is really, really the best. One other key point on that, though, is 5 to 15 seconds. That's what you got to capture someone on if they're gonna watch it. They make a decision and they're off. If first 5 to 15 seconds are not riveting, they don't address something that the audience is interested in, you've lost them. And of course, that's the end of that. They'll never hear the rest of your message on that. And so that's something that people need to keep in mind. So you don't really want to have a slow, hi, I'm so-and-so, and, or the logo or whatever, just anything static. It needs to address right away just get your most compelling thing on there instantly, and go from there, grab their attention, and move it all along.
And then keep it short, 90 seconds to 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
All right, fantastic. We are talking with Marilyn Ritter, who is the CEO and co-founder of the award-winning videography agency Creation Ground Media. And we're talking about how companies can use video to promote themselves. And if you have questions about video for your company, we're live this morning. You can call in and get your questions answered. 800-516-1220 is the toll-free number. Again, that's 800-516-1220 to reach us here at Punch Media and Marketing Made Easy. And when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about hiring somebody to do your video and what you need to look for in an agency when you make that critical decision to get your video created. You're listening to Punch Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW, the Wall Street Business Network, where we help you punch through the competition and deliver a total knockout with your PR, your social media, and so much more. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and we'll be right back.